Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis go back and forth. Let's talk about it, man. So, Terence Crawford says Jaron Boots Ennis had 2 opportunities to fight him. On Twitter, Jaron Boots Ennis responded to him and said, man, send the contract and I'll sign that shit. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'm also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And please join the channel as a member. Drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And hit me up if you want to debate. Knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Let's get it popping, though. So this is a narrative, bruh, that's been pushed by Terence Bud Crawford fans for a while. And it's 2 main key points that they try to talk about, right? They talk about when Jaron Boots Ennis was in the WBO rankings, top 2 or 3, and Sean Porter was like number 4. And Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Boots Ennis decided not to go by way of the WBO. So they're talking about that opportunity and forcing a mandatory on Terence Bud Crawford. The other thing that Terence Crawford and his fans talk about is this BLK Prime shit, right? And it's all cap. It's all cap in my opinion. Number one, let's address them point by point. The whole WBO route thing. I just find it very hypocritical, and I find it very disingenuous, bro, and just cap that fight fans act as if the business of boxing doesn't matter, bro. It's like people try to pretend like they're casuals, when in reality, bro, if you watching this video, you ain't no casual fan, dog. You're not a casual fight fan if you're watching this video. If you are checking out YouTube and you subscribe to a bunch of different YouTube channels and part of your daily routine is you always watching boxing content on this platform, you ain't a casual fan. But people try to play casual when they're not really casual fans, bro. And the fact of the matter is, Jaron Boots Ennis decided not to go the WBO route. Terence Crawford was never on the table for this reason and this reason specifically. Jaron Boots Ennis is signed to Showtime. Terence Crawford was signed to Top Rank at the time when they talking about this WBO mandatory shit. The majority of the belts held by Earl Spence at this time. You had the Ennis, Ugas, and Manny Pacquiao shit going on at this time. 3 of the 4 major belts that can make you undisputed, all of those fighters fought on the Showtime network. So logically, what am I going to put myself in position for? I'm going to put myself in position for the fights that are championship fights that are on my side where it's easier for me to get those fights back. And that's what Jaron Boots Ennis chose to do by way of going by the IBF. Because the IBF champion at the time is Earl Spence Jr. It's Earl Spence Jr. at that time. And so, by doing that, the fight is easier to make because y'all both fight on Showtime. And you have an opportunity of potentially, at that time, 2 belts, which turned out to be 3 belts when Earl Spence Jr. beat Ennis Ugas. So it just makes sense from a business perspective and logic. So there was never an opportunity to fight Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford didn't send Jaron Boots Ennis an offer. That never happened. Y'all give me a second. My dog is going crazy. So there's that part, right? That's one situation that they're talking about that just never made any sense, bro. If you understand boxing, how the business works, when these fighters are signed to exclusive network deals, Jaron Boots Ennis exclusively signed to Showtime where you have to fight on their network, and Terence Bud Crawford where Top Rank fights exclusively on ESPN. It never was a real fight or a real option at the time, bro. This idea that exercise the mandatory. You could just exercise your mandatory, and if you don't exercise your mandatory, you a duck. So a mandatory fight between two parties where ESPN had to get their money, Showtime got to get their money, Cameron Duncan want his money from Jaron Boots Ennis, Bob Aaron want his money from Terence Bud Crawford. Come on, bro. Fight was never realistic at the time. So that's one time Terence Crawford is talking about. The other time he's talking about is this BLK Prime shit that they like to bring up. When in reality, BLK Prime, they don't have Terence Crawford signed at the time. Terence Crawford, out of his own mouth when he fought David Avanesian, was signed to one fight with BLK Prime. BLK Prime basically, Terence Crawford, would you fight Jaron Boots Ennis? Yeah, I'd be open to fighting him. Okay, let's reach out to Bozy and let's see if we can get this fight made. They reach out to Jaron Boots Ennis, Bozy Ennis. And at the time, Bozy says, you got to talk to my people. You got to talk to Showtime. So Showtime and BLK Prime get on the phone. And Showtime and BLK Prime have a conversation about a Jaron Boots Ennis and Terence Crawford fight. Hello. And at the time, it comes to, out of Stephen Espinosa's own mouth, BLK Prime didn't really bring anything to the table. If we want to make a fight with Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis, we can negotiate with Bud directly. Now, why would he say that, bro? Why would he say that? Because Terence Crawford's not signed to BLK Prime. If you want to debate BFTB, why the hell would you call me? You reach out to him directly. I can't. He not signed to me. If you want to fight, it's the same shit with this Devin Haney, Tank Davis. If you want to fight Tank Davis or you want to offer up a fight for Tank Davis, if you the Saudi Arabia people, why the hell would you send it to Eddie Hearn and Bill Haney first? If you want a Tank Davis fight, you send it to him and his people first. That's why the shit never made sense, right? So that's why that fight didn't come to fruition. Furthermore, early in 2023, what was going on? Who was Terence Crawford negotiating with? Errol Spence Jr. He had already negotiated with him all through 2022. He had already negotiated with him then. And they picked back up negotiations early in the year to make the undisputed fight that we just saw in July 2023. So so he was going to fight Boots instead of Errol Spence Jr.? So what are these two opportunities that Jaron Boots Ennis had to fight Terence Bud Crawford? That's a deflection tactic. At the end of the day, here's what we have, right? We got the Terence Crawford Errol Spence rematch. That's in jeopardy because we don't know what's going on with Errol Spence's eye. The recovery time period. Does Bud Crawford have to wait for him to recover? You know, when you're injured and unable to fight, you can't put a fighter's career on hold. So we don't know what's going on with that. But here's what I do know. Let's say you disagree with everything that I said. Let's say you disagree with every single word I said so far in this video. All I know is I saw Jaron Boots Ennis say, send the contract and I sign that shit right now. I sign it right now. Send it. So forget the past. What we doing right now? What's up right now? Even though everything I just told y'all was logical and commonsensical and all of it is facts that you can go verify and look up for yourself. Forget the past. He's saying, what's up right now? You know, when a fighter or a person says, I want to fight you in just real life, just follow a real life example with me, right? If I walk up on you watching this video right now and say, man, let's get it popping. I want to run this friendly fade with you right now. What you gonna tell me? Oh, man, I tried to fight you 2 times in the past. So, shit, you could have fought me back in 1999. Knockout, you don't want no smoke for real. What? I'm telling you, I want to catch this fight right now. I'm telling you, we can get it in right now. You talking to me about the past? Nah, bro. And again, I'm not saying that Terence Crawford has to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. He got the Errol Spence rematch. He ain't fighting at 147 no more. That's his decision. He's 36-year-old, get biggest fights, do whatever, no problem. But we not gonna go on this whole Jaron Boots Ennis duck Terence Crawford shit, bro. When the fight was never realistic, bro. Y'all all know the BLK Prime shit unrealistic. Number one, because BLK Prime didn't have Terence Crawford signed to them when they was trying to negotiate a fight between him and Boots. And Boots ain't going to fight on BLK Prime when he got a Showtime deal. Secondly, and most importantly, during that time, the BLK Prime was trying to act like they want to make a Terence Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis fight. Terence Crawford was already in negotiations with Errol Spence, bro. So you gonna fight a mandatory defense or just a regular title defense against Jaron Boots Ennis over an undisputed title shot with Errol Spence Jr. after already turning down undisputed the year before to fight David Avenese? You gonna do that shit twice? In a dangerous fight that could fuck up the bag with Errol Spence? That's what he was gonna do? Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Who y'all talking to, bro? Who y'all talking to? So I don't agree with that part. And furthermore, shit, all I know is on today's date, on January 10th, 2024, Jaron Boots Ennis said, send the contract and I'll sign that shit. What you doing right now? What's going on right now is what the conversation needs to be, in my opinion. But I maintain Errol Spence has to be the priority because he has a rematch clause. You got to honor your rematch. But if Errol I is fucked up and he can't train and it's going to put Bud Crawford's career on hold, and Bud Crawford is saying, I wish I could fight 2 times a year anyway, and blah, 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 all that shit. If that's his situation right now, if that's what he's going through, if that's you know, what it is, then shit, I think it only right. I think it only prudent. I think it only solid to fight Jaron Boots Ennis if you're going to stay at 147. If you're going to stay at 147, Jaron Boots Ennis is the fight to make. Just a thought. If you're not going to stay at 147 and you're going to 154, then maybe not. But this idea that Jaron Boots Ennis duck Terence Bud Crawford, y'all got to stop that shit, bro. He's not had no 2 opportunities to fight him. As a matter of fact, he telling him right now, you send me something, I'm signing that shit. Don't sound like somebody ducking a fade to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash the like, sub to the channel. I'll see y'all soon. Peace out.